Yo. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Depending on where you're at.
BowmanDigitalMedia.com.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's another round of speed networking with Mike and Ira, or should I say Wolverine and Ira? Maybe Wolverine and Ira. What's up, Big O? He's typing. He's not even listening to me.
What's up, dude? How you doing, buddy? I'm sorry. I had my volume off.
It's okay. So we got Damon and Mike Ash. Oh, I like what you did, Mike Ash Brander. He made it so easy for unskilled people like me to say his name. So we'll bring them on in just a second. But
I still think I'm gonna try.
Yeah, I like it. Okay. So what's going down with service? No, I don't want to get you off on the wrong foot. I was
just getting low for
I think that's called gaslighting, right? When you say something you know is going to get somebody.
Well, I mean, I can just tell what kind of show it's going to be already. That's all right. You know.
Well, the last thing we said to each other before we got off the phone was, "What can we disagree about today?"
Well, that's one thing. I mean, I don't
know. No, we agree on that. Actually, we're both irritated that it's still. Anyways.
Well, it's been a long road. So I mean, 6 years. So I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not too. I mean, it's a big site, dude. It's a lot of stuff to do. It's a lot of moving parts.
Your mustache? Didn't you have a mustache going too?
I wanted to be able to eat without tasting what I had yesterday, so I got rid of that.
Rookie.
I'm too lazy to shave my whole face.
I shave my head. I leave my beard. Anyways,
I just want people to see that I'm old.
Yeah, no, I like it. I really do. I think this way you kind of got that Wolverine thing going. So I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Damon's shaking his head in agreement. So I know I got one guy who can see it. I don't know what Asher Branner. I'm gonna get it, dude.
I'm not gonna try.
Speed networking. So no dating. Oh no, you can date if you want. I mean, not me. I'm married, but
this guy's even weirder than me. He's weirder than I am.
I love it. All right, let's bring them on stage. We're not saying anything that they can't join in the fun. What's up, Damon?
Oh, just sitting here.
Damon, it's a little dark. It's a little dark in your room. What's going on?
Yeah, let me turn the lights up. I wasn't planning on doing it. Let me go turn the lights up.
Is it because it's cloudy in Seattle? I mean,
yeah, it's cloudy. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know why that would surprise me.
No, so okay, with the dating thing, you gotta watch here because we're having a streak of people getting kicked off of LinkedIn when they participate.
Yeah, if anybody hey, from now on, if you show up on a bed of any kind, I'm gonna not even bring you on stage.
I got a sleeping bag over here waiting for it.
Oh my god, dude! And what's funny is I was clueless in Seattle. Like, I had no idea any of that was going on because I was so entrenched in my thought there.
Do you know how many people were sending me screenshots of my face and your face? Like you're just looking at somebody like this the whole time, like mid rant, and I
watched it back in horror. I gotta tell you, I did watch it. So if you like train wrecks, dude, what you need to do is you need to go watch. What day were we on? Was that Wednesday? I can't remember what day.
You have to go back and look at that.
I mean, it's pretty bad that we got this live networking show and we have to come up with safe words.
Well, it's funny too, and
yeah,
it's a live networking show. Like I shouldn't have to tell you, camera ready and
exactly.
All these things, like I mean, yeah, you got to have video, bro. It's a.
But no, I mean, like people think we might be joking here, but we're 2 for 2 in the last 2 weeks. Again, people kicked off LinkedIn, so you got to be careful what you're saying. This does go out to everybody. We're still here. I don't know how, but
yeah.
Check this out. The guy who wrote "I Swear," I think I told some of you. Maybe some of you guys don't know, but when I was doing the Great White concert shoot, it was a 2-day. It was a 2-day, like, I hate to say festival because that's not what they called it. It was a fundraiser event for a nonprofit called Rise the Refuge. Rise Animal Refuge is the name of the shelter, but the event was Rise the Refuge, right? So it was 2 days. The guy who wrote "I Swear" and a lot of other songs, and there was 3 of them actually, so there was 3 guys. They're creating this new band. They're songwriters from Nashville. They're creating this new band. And anyways, I'm working with them on creating a logo for the band. This is the first rough draft, right? It's not this. It's just like concept stuff. But anyways, I thought I would share that because
tunes, tales, and troubadours.
Troubadours, yeah. And when I say train wreck, that made me think of it. So and they sing country music. Train wrecks belong in country, right? So anyways, I don't know. But that's kind of a fun little development. So
you think they're going to start making those country songs about the self-driving cars that drove away on me?
Yeah, they left you.
Yeah. I absolutely
think that. That made me laugh out loud.
I've got such bad luck. My self-driving car left me.
And speaking of memes on ServiceProfessionalsNetwork.com, it's really the only thing you can do right now is share a good meme.
You can post the blog again. You can post the blog.
Sorry, Mike. But the one that you posted made me, spit coffee out of my mouth when I saw it. The lady's drinking, and it's just her and a beer and the pregnant belly, and then 20 years later, it's the kid full of tattoos. And
I didn't even post that.
Yeah, there was some damage.
Was that me? I think somebody else posted that.
I thought you posted that.
Maybe. I don't think so. I think somebody else posted
it. I saw it from you.
No.
When am I supposed to be the moderator of that again? Because
that was Dougie's photo. Yeah, no, my buddy Dougie posted that.
So, in case anybody's wondering what we're talking about, ServiceProfessionalsNetwork.com, Mike O'Connor is the owner of the SPN. He's got a developer team, Warren Research, for Jacob Warren is doing the actual build out now because Mike was tired of breaking it himself, so he's paid somebody else to break it.
He's cleaning up my mess, so I mean, we got a hard time.
Did you hear what I said? You're paying somebody else to break it for you now. It's good.
Well, he's got to unstack my pile of needles. You know what I mean? So
all right. So, but it's a lot of fun. People go, well, what's the point? Another social media site. Well, yeah, that's the point. One of the things that Mike, you dropped this on me. We had never talked about this before, but I think it's really interesting to point out. So for those of you who don't know, there's caps on just about every platform.
Oh,
YouTube is the only one I know of that doesn't really cap it at all. But you can only, like on Twitter, it's 5,000. Now you can get above 5,000 if you're following 5,000 people and you don't have enough followers, then it'll stop you, right? Yeah. But as you build, it'll build. Yeah. LinkedIn or Facebook has 5,000. LinkedIn has 30,000. A lot of people get upset, myself included, about the 30,000. We don't understand why there's a cap. But one of the advantages of Service Professional Networks, you can have unlimited, connect me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is true, right? Connections and followers. So either
I mean, we only have 21,000 almost people on the site.
Well, that's right.
4,000 in the last 30 days.
A million by the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't talk about it much because I don't want to look like an idiot, more so than the beard makes me look anyway. But I think it's going to be cool. I think once Jacob and his team get everything figured out and working the way I envisioned it, and keep in mind, you and I got to get together too and go over a few things too to get to them. So we're kind of dragging our own feet.
I've been sick, and I'm like a baby when I'm sick.
Everyone's got excuses, man, but we need results, dude.
I still work till 5 a.m. I work till 5 a.m. every day this week, dude.
Yeah, but what have you done for me? No, I was kidding.
You know, it's funny. I owe you all new videos. All I need is the site to like actually work so I can make them.
Man, he switched out. They're switching out the whole back end of that website. So
yeah,
but I'll be making all new videos, and we talked about something else too. I don't remember what it was. We talked about something else.
We're not going to talk about audience reach, though. I know that.
No, I beat that to death. I beat that.
That we can agree.
Y'all can't figure out that on social media it helps you to be seen by more people. Then I don't know how to help you. You don't hire me if you're not trying to be seen. It's like people go to Project Help You Grow and they go, "Oh, I didn't realize it was public. Can you take it down?" I'm like, so the sentence on the homepage, the second sentence says, "Don't make a profile." If you're searching incognito, you didn't read that, right? But it's right there because that's what we do. We help increase visibility.
Visibility is everything, right?
I think so.
That's why these two gentlemen came on. They didn't want to talk to us. They came on to be seen.
Yeah. Well, and we've had both these guys on before. Let's do this, guys. Let's spotlight a project or something that has been cool for you throughout the week. It could be, it should be work related, hopefully, but what was like. So for me, for example, I've been working on editing all the photos. I think everybody knows that. I've been spending all my time editing 3,000 photos that I shot over a 2-day period in Florida. But and then I did the rough draft of that logo. Got a couple new clients. I've been really, really busy. I actually hired some new people on my team this week too. So I have that's why I'm working around
those
the clock.
Poor people.
I know they don't know what kind of they're about to find out what kind of work ethic I have. Anyways, let's go Asha Branner first because you helped me out.
Asha Branner. I can almost do that. That's kind of handy.
With the hyphens, it makes it really simple, right?
Yeah, they've been there the last 2 times, though, Ira. You just been so tired you didn't notice, man. It's okay. Right. You work like 23 hours a day.
I've been taking COVID tests thinking that I might have COVID, but it keeps coming back negative. So it's just a cold. Like you can still get just a cold these days. It's amazing.
You and my business partner, man, y'all are just superhuman. That's COVID really runs away from him. Nothing he doesn't eat. It's unbelievable. Works like you do. I built mine. He's 64, and I don't want to run with him, man. It's embarrassing. And I see young guys challenging him. I'm like, don't challenge him. He'll beat you up. Sure enough. But hey, Mike, the beard, very Wolverine to shove you, dude. It's like Wolverine with the voice of Garfield, 1980, man. I'm digging it, dude.
No, you know what's funny is it's just because I'm lazy. Like I get to a certain spot, I'm like, that's enough for today.
You're a good sport, man. If you ever come to Kentucky, let me know so I can go hide, so you don't beat me up. All right. The projects I've just for me it's this. I would say same old thing, but I love it. I love meeting people and getting to know folks. And while I'm casting the wide net, like Mike and Ira's been teaching me, and doing basically what I've done offline, meeting new people and just striking up conversations, see where people's at. Right.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Yeah.
Well, Ira, like you posted earlier, man, I think, again, well, this person isn't in my niche or my market. Well, I've heard of the 6 degrees of separation. In Kentucky, it's more like 2 because everybody's, pretty much related. But, this guy may not be, but Damon appreciates me looking out and showing up and being there for him. I know he does. He's a professional. He's a leader. I'm a leader. So doing that, guess what? When someone says, hey, do you know somebody who has a problem, or they post it, I'm probably going to be in the forefront of his mind when he figures out what the hell I actually do one day. But the point of that is that I've just had a really fun time helping other people, liking stuff, because my whole mission is people think I help other people financially, and I do, but mostly what I do is train and develop other people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired, not being happy, flexible hours. I give those folks a chance to do what I do and help other working class families. So with that, I'm casting a wide net and liking a billion posts a day and getting out there and following people. But I've also noticed that people that I really like and respect, and I've seen them on these shows, and I've seen them how they engage in groups and things. I reach out to them, and more times than not, that has proven beneficial. I don't want to post a job. I don't want 1,000 people call me, Ira. I want to find somebody that sticks out to me and say, hey, are you open to something? And again, wide net. I'm talking to people in Bangladesh. I don't do business in Bangladesh. I don't do business. I do business in 50 states, but they know folks. And so to me, the project just been having a fun time, helping other people, striping up combos, playing the long game, and just really, there he is. Look at him.
I don't like any of you people right now.
Chicago with the shirt off. Look at it.
I'm trying to be nice and encourage people to come on up and say hi. You guys
hey, with friends like these, who needs enemies?
Who said we're friends? I'm just taking advantage of your audience because I'm not an idiot.
Just that's it, Ira. Just going out there and just playing the long game, and already it's paying
30
off.
seconds is up now.
hey, between Sia and the sleeping guy.
Mango.
Oh my gosh. You know what though? Let's recap that one more time real quickly though, Mike, just for people who might have not been able to track it. What you're saying is you have an opportunity for people if they're tired of the grind, 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. I'm just punching a time clock and I'm doing my time so I can live for the weekends. You're giving people an alternative option to make money and make a lot of money, frankly, because I don't know if you know this, but I actually used to be a licensed insurance salesman in California. I used to sell life insurance. Yeah, back in 2006 to 2008, I think. I was doing home loans for a while, and then I switched from home loans over to insurance. Anyways, so that's, if you guys are interested, if you're watching and you're interested in more information, reach out to Mike. But here's what I would recommend that y'all do. This is a networking tip. I like to give tips. I call them hacks. I gave Damon a hack earlier to give him some time back, right? I like to give people hacks. Here's a hack for everybody. Stay out of the DMs when you first meet somebody. When you first are like, hey, I think they could be a good prospect for me or vendor for me or client for me. Don't go to the DM, because the problem with the DM is people put up their defense mechanisms. Like, okay, what's this guy trying to pitch me? If you really want to get to know somebody, if you really want to catch their attention, instead of DMing them, what you want to do is you want to go make comments and engage with them on their posts, not yours, theirs. Go invest a little bit of time, right? We all understand you put some money in a savings account and it can grow and then you can withdraw it. We even have a little chat room called deposits and withdrawals, right? But you can't just withdraw, you have to make deposits. So if you deposit into people and invest in them in a non-threatening, non-spammy way, that's how you really will catch people's attention. I've met so many people that way. Like it's funny what a like can do. You think a like is not noticed, but I tell you what, to the person who makes a post and they only get 5 likes, I guarantee you they know every single person that liked that post. It can make a huge difference. I will tell you what, I have 200,000 followers. Well, almost 197,000, whatever. Okay. Some of my posts, I still could tell you every single person that liked it. And then I see people send me a link saying,
it's a little bit different than it was a year ago. Now it's a little bit harder to get 1,000 likes on a post or 1,000 comments.
I can't tell you, Mike, the last time I got 1,000 likes on a comment or on a post. It's been a long time. So,
I think I got 460 announced in our little show here. I thought that was a big whoop-de-woo. It sounds like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then I get people, come on here. Everyone makes fun of my beard.
Well, at least you're not
laying Bob.
At least you're not laying on the bed. Maybe, let me lay down.
Yeah.
I'm just going. All right. Hey, Bob Feathers.
How you doing?
Bob and I have well, we didn't really break bread. We more like clinked glasses, but we have smooched. So there you go.
Wait,
he's the only person on stage that I've actually. Well, I don't know if I kissed him. I think more he kissed me, but it's okay. I enjoyed it. Yeah, we got some video.
I don't know if I want to hear this story.
We got some photographic evidence of that too, don't we, Bob?
Bob, I gotta warn you. Okay, before this goes any further, okay, 2 weeks in a row now, we've gotten people banned off of LinkedIn. So
yeah, Bob, you're
tread lightly, my friend.
No, I'm just kidding. My wife was there. It was all platonic. It was brotherly love. Okay, so Bob, hang
Sounds like
tight for me for a second because Damon was on first. So Damon, yeah, it doesn't have to be 60 seconds, but just get like a synopsis of what you do. I mean, I could try to tell you for it, but I'll let you do it.
I thought I was just
My
hanging
Damon
out.
up. Like, who's going?
No, I want
Bob.
you to say something about Exit Your Way because I want.
All right.
If you can get a little bit of free.
somebody who's watching this hasn't.
Yeah,
heard
that's
this
true.
about before.
Yeah. Exit Your Way. What we do is we help businesses or business owners build businesses they can sell or succeed. You know, we're the Sherpas that show you the path to generate the wealth you want from your business. Yeah, we fill out the team with some of our fractional people, whatever we need to do. So,
Damon, you need to shorten that, dude. That was long, man.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, Damon always says it's so simple, and I want for those of you who don't understand, Damon's being very humble. They help people take their business far further. 80% of people who try to sell their businesses in the United States, they fail. You fail to sell your business. It's 8 out of 10. The number is staggering. But why they fail to sell it usually is because the owner is too involved in everything. And when you take the owner out, the business is basically worth nothing, right? Or very, very little. And so nobody wants to sell for that. They just fold it. With Damon's and about roughly 30 consultants, I know that number fluctuates. It goes up and down. But they have a whole host of team, a whole host of experts on their team. Do everything you can think of in business.
Yep.
So whatever it is that your business needs, they can come in with experts and fix it. But really the main thing is they bring in a new person to drive the bus, and they take the owner out of that day-to-day driving position and put them in the visionary leadership role so they can cast that vision.
Yep.
And then, when they do go to sell it, now you've got a business manager who's running it. Your clients are used to that person, and now your company is still worth a lot of money. So I just want people to understand what is really happening, because if you have a business and you're even thinking about retirement or selling it, which if you own a business, you should. Even I am at Bowman Digital Media already starting to think about that. Not because I'm in a hurry to get out, but just because I'm trying to set stuff up in ways I learned when I was working directly with Damon and his team, because it's so dang smart. Okay. So that's one of the reasons why I know some of this stuff, because, behind the scenes I was working with them.
I'm surprised somebody brought up Faces of Business podcast he's doing. With who's your co-host on that? With the Faces of
we do a Friday show. Kurt Anderson and I do the manufacturing e-commerce success on Friday, and then we do I do the Faces of Business just in an interview format Tuesdays and Thursdays. But it's staggering, Ira. I know I downplay it, but it's staggering how much of a difference it makes when you set your business up right. I mean, it's the difference between selling or not, and then oftentimes it's the difference between selling for 2 to 5, 6 times more than you did.
I was just about to bring that up. Somebody has this expectation they want to sell their business for $1 million, and you got to be the bearer of bad news and go, your business isn't even worth $300,000 right now, but if you give my team 18 to 24 months, we'll make it worth 2.5.
Well, see, that's the whole thing, right? It's like anything else. Like, I'm a little bit fat and out of shape right now, right? But I know that if I watch what I eat and work out for a year and a half, I can get in a lot better shape despite getting a little bit older, right? And it's just like, and like getting fat, like it didn't happen overnight. Same thing with your business. If it's struggling or if there's holes in it, like that stuff didn't happen overnight. And if
I have to do it.
Ash O'Brien gotta talk for. Oh,
hold up! What
did you just say? You're fat.
Hey,
what's up, Bob?
He doesn't want to talk about that. All right, I got the hint. Moving on. I was just being funny. Bob Feathers. Bob Feathers, my man.
Bob.
We met at
Bob?
We met at Cheers. Everyone I tell that I met, I went to Cheers. They kind of giggle, and they go, "You went to that place? I mean, that's like a gimmick tourist trap." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it was fun. I had a good time."
But you're a tourist, so there you go.
There you go. I was a tourist, and I was hanging out with my friends. So,
and because I really wanted to see you, I tolerated going to Cheers for the first time.
If I come back, where are we going?
I've lived in Boston for 30 plus years, and I've never been in that place. So it's like,
my wife heard Bob, and she's coming in. She ain't coming in for Damon or Mike or Mike.
Bob's my buddy.
What's up, Bob?
I'm a mess because I'm cleaning. But what you drinking?
What's Ira's excuse?
It's a Sicilian red wine.
Ooh.
Sounds
yeah.
good.
50% Frappato, 50% Nero di Avalo.
So what is that like in American speak? Is that like Merlot?
It is like think like it's like fruity, like light and fruity kind of thing, Pinot Noir,
Mm.
but not as complex.
My wife,
Yeah.
my wife is down with that. I'm more.
All right.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. I don't want to.
Hi. I guess we're not buddies, but hi anyway.
That's right. That's right. Hey, like I said, Bob and I have kissed.
I knew I
don't
should have
know-
bought some of those
I
damn
don't know what
candles.
else to tell you, man. we got a connection that you guys just don't have.
Hey, Ira.
Well, I'm not taking one for the team if that's what I got to do to get her to be nice.
If you show up in a Corvette, you probably be a winner over. Okay.
I'll let you guys
Where
try.
are we at? Oh, we were gonna do Bob's intro. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bob. Just give us a little rundown of what you do, so people, you might find a connection here. Somebody needs what you do.
Yeah, Bob Feathers. I work for a company called Bindable. We're in the insurtech space. I specifically do project management for tech initiatives for the company. And our space is we're providing full stack technology for alternate distribution for insurance products for our clients.
Okay. I want to say something without hurting your feelings.
Go ahead.
I am not in the insurance business, but I used to be, and I
Either-
still don't. I
Either
still
are we.
don't. I was gonna say I still don't know what the heck you just said. Explain
Do
it.
it. I was gonna say he's gonna have to bust out some crayons.
Explain it
dumb
like,
that down
like
a
I'm
little
a
bit.
5-year-old, because literally I have no, like you said, full stack. I get that. That's
Yep.
about all I got.
I got that part.
So we provide the technology for people to offer insurance products to their clients.
Okay.
So, and there's two sides of the equation, right? One is the web side, right? So we provide that web page interface for
Yeah.
a client that wants to offer insurance. So think of banks or alumni associations where you
So you
have.
help them shop it online.
Well, yeah, we build the website. So let's say you're an alumni association, you have your kind of your website and you have that
Yeah.
all set up to
And they
offer that
connect, through
thing.
they connect through an API.
You create another tile that says, hey, we also to our alumni association have great deals on insurance. We can
Yeah,
save
but-
you on auto or
Yeah.
home. We
So-
help build that and then provide them all the products because they're going to our agency. So we actually have an agency
Yeah.
that then services that.
I
So
got
it's that kind of embedded, it's
Oh,
that
I got it.
experience.
We
But
did
also
that.
do for other clients and have their own websites and their own APIs. They're just basically get into our agency. But we also supply our own Policy Crusher product, which is what the agents use, what the agents who work
Okay.
for the clients. So the web phase goes into this Policy Crusher platform, which is ours, and their agents. So we it's for their agency, their own agency, use our product then to crush leads with their clients online.
So your potential customer is pretty much any large organization.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so it can be it's anywhere really the whole side, right? One side
Yeah.
could be an actual insurance carrier
Right.
that actually
right,
wants
right.
to get the choice
Right.
model where they have their own agency, but they want to offer more of a choice model and they don't have the tools to do it. And we provide the tools for that for their agency. to do it.
Okay.
I
I
mean, you
wonder-
could do it for a blogger too, though. On the other side of the coin, couldn't you? Or somebody.
I mean, we do a lot of this affinity, right? We do a lot of affinity clients, which is again, alumni or banks or credit unions where they want to again create stickiness to their portfolio, create to their clients, right? They want to offer other services other than just being a bank. They want to offer.
Well, let me ask you a hypothetical question. Say I was a Wolverine lookalike. And I'm not going to name any names here. I'm just saying. Let's say that let's say that I was a Wolverine lookalike and I had a social media website that I was building, or more specifically, somebody else was building for me because I was tired of breaking my own stuff. Hypothetically, now maybe the knives.
You even shave. You want me to build a website?
All right. So here's the question I have. Is it like
I don't like
affiliate
interview people.
affiliate type stuff too? Is that possible, or is that not a good fit? You know what I mean?
It really is the client is not to feel like whatever their membership or their clients are would want to have insurance products as part of that portfolio. They felt there's some value there. There's some kind of trust relationship. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, I get this from these people. Oh, if they're going to actually offer me insurance, that sounds like a great fit. I'd certainly like that. And then it's all we're doing is just helping them
I have a
create more value to their clients.
on that. Yeah, I got you.
Okay. So again, if you don't feel like, I mean, I'll give you an example of one we're doing because I can talk about it. We do it for ADP. ADP is one of our clients.
Yeah, payroll.
So, we're not directly like ADP, we're basically offered to ADP. And what they're doing is they're going out to their clients saying,
right,
hey, we're ADP. We're going to provide this portal, right, for your to get your paychecks and all that stuff. And since you're a member, we can also offer you this other things to get your employees good deals on auto and home insurance, or trying to get them some other products beyond. But this way, right? ADP is also, you want to get that whole health insurance, that whole idea of you're an employee and you're getting health insurance. Well, why not also offer them auto and home and try to somehow?
Could you imagine going to Facebook and signing up for discounted insurance because you're a member of Facebook? Would that be cool?
Well, let me tell you, there's an interesting survey recently about people would be interested in buying insurance from like Google's or Facebook's or Amazon's just because there's such a relationship built up. And if also Amazon said auto insurance, you might be like, okay. Now, if we're lucky, maybe my company is the one who did the actual interface because they're not going to want, because Google's not going to want to build an agency, right? That's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
We also offer that because we have an agency. That's how our business started, out of an actual agency. Yeah. Not everyone wants to do.
Look, what everybody really wants, Bob, is traffic. I mean, let's just put it where it is. Website folks want traffic. So if people are searching insurance and they can get a discount for insurance on SPN, then I'm sure that might be a reason to get it on SPN. I'm just saying. I mean,
I'm going to start blogging about everything. People forgot about me blogging stuff. People forgot. I don't know. I'm going to start writing a lot of blogs.
Mike Asherbrenner, you wanted to ask a question of my buddy Damon, and I am giving you the floor, my friend.
Well, Bob, I would address you, but you're way too smart for me, buddy. So, hey, I'll just let somebody else.
He has no problem talking to me, though. So that tells you a lot.
Damon's smarter than me, but I've heard Damon enough that he's so simple I can understand it too. To your point, Ira, to Damon's point, it's interesting because twofold. I don't just do insurance; I do for people financial freedom. So living too long, dying too soon. But on business end, I do retirement, all that stuff, and I have a business background. But a lot of the businesses have that same problem. And here's the thing: I'm going to change your name, Exit Your Way. I would change it to Start Making Money My Way, because what I saw is, why wait till the end of trying to sell your business to do that? Because the American dream is to build a business, put sweat, risk, equity, all these things into build the business. So it can either two things. It can work without your butt being there, right? You can make money. Papa John's, man, you don't see Shaquille O'Neal working at the Papa John's, dude, right? So, and sell the thing. So I just find it interesting. I really do want to connect with you because there's a lot of people that don't take my word, even though I have a business background. They still see me as financial dude, and I'm setting up plans for them, and I'm setting up a lot of things because their own investments, Damon, can pay for their retention costs. They have money, piles of money at a 0% savings account. That's just wasteful. So I see a lot of overlap that I didn't see before. So what do you say to that about using your services before someone wants to, before they want to sell it? They just want to make more money. It sounds like you can help with that.
We don't subscribe to the fact that you need to be 60 some years old to get out of your business. I mean, we think that private equity people have done this forever. When I worked with private equity, your number. I'm going to get the value to a number. I'm going to make my return and get out. You should think about your business like that. If I can make the millions of dollars or whatever the heck I need, if I need $5 million to get my business, so I get $5 million out of it. If I can do it next year, that's even better than I can do it when I'm 60, because that means I have X amount of years to do what I want after that. I can invest it differently. I can do whatever the hell I want after that. Wow. We don't look at it. It's when I'm getting done working. In fact, the vast majority, I can't even remember the last time I worked with a client that was over 60 years old, because listen, we're trying to put people in the position where you're at, create the generational wealth or the life they want after the business with the wealth from the business.
Well, faster than working. You see, when you retire at 65, that's a job mentality. That's a 30 to 40 year work for someone else. When you build a business, who says you can't be financially free and retire in 5, 7, 10 years?
Well, I want to take this one step further, guys. You don't have to exit the business to exit the business. If you understand what I'm saying, you're putting people in the driver's seat.
Yep.
Which is Damon's whole system, and it's not just Damon. Damon's got a partner. He's a pretty good guy too, right, Andrew? I love Andrew. All right, so Damon and Andrew at Exit Your Way, what they're doing is they're helping people to get out of that driver's seat, which is doing what? It's not just financial freedom; it's also time freedom.
Well, I mean, that's the
if
whole
you were-
reason
if you were
why
making-
everybody should be in business, right?
Yeah, say it again, right? For the people in the back who didn't get it. You're taking a business that's worth whatever it's worth and helping to make it worth now 2 to 5 times, sometimes 7, sometimes 8, even more times what it was worth by putting somebody else in the driver's seat, opening up to a whole new list of experts that they didn't have at their fingertips before. And now this person who maybe was feeling pressure to retire because they were just burning the candle at both ends, now all of a sudden they're not as busy. They have time to do the thing that got them into business in the first place. Usually all of us get in there for the first place because we enjoy doing something. So now you're free. You can do that. And you could do it 2 days a week. You could do it 5 days a week. You could do it an hour a day, whatever. Or you could just let the business be managed by that other person while you start a new business, a side hustle that you know what I mean? You don't have to sell.
Not only is that what gives you more freedom, but ironically, it's also what makes the business more valuable.
Yeah,
absolutely, Damon, and that's the whole thing. It's not about retirement, man. It's about financial freedom. It's about doing what you want, when you want, for as long as you want, with whomever you want, because money's not an issue. You don't have to work for it anymore, man.
Yeah,
and we need to get together because my business clients, for some reason, they'll do it on their personal level. They'll get there. Well, I got my game plan for my personal money, but you can't separate business money and personal money. At the end of the day, you're going to lose money unless you look at them. We deal with them separately to make sense of them, but they have to go together, man. And that's something that maybe you've got the beard and
the first 4 steps of what we do. The first 4 steps of what we do is you figure out how you're going to exit, how much money you need to do it. And that doesn't talk, and we're not just talking about, and there's 2 more that I'm forgetting right now, but there's 4 steps in this, and they're all to do with how I'm getting out, how much money I need to do it, what I need for my business to do it. It's one bucket. It's one bucket.
Well, David, what do you do when someone has a sales, like, make money today mentality and not grow a business that can free me mentality? Because that from day one, man, I want to get done. I don't want to be babysitting. I want to hire 7 people.
That's easy. That's easy. Take their financial statements and remove the net income line and put value of the business.
Wow.
It ends that discussion. When someone's making $100,000 a month and they realize that business is worth $3.6 to $4 million in the end of it, they go, that's not nearly enough, because that's only 3 years, 4 years worth of what I do in my business. But honestly, that's probably for a lot of people what it would be worth. And when you start looking at value, you quit worrying about, because at a certain point you make enough money, right? But then you're going to create the wealth that you need. That's and what they miss by looking at that monthly profit is, I got plenty to live on. I got my 2 jet skis, my boat, I got my other house and my duck blind. I'm good, man. I go hunting in the fall, and I go, it's good stuff. But it's not enough money to retire on, and they're stuck in their business. And when they start looking at that value early, they'll get, when they look at that value and they know what number they need, it changes the mentality.
Yeah.
So
when they put the money together, that's where I say, hey, this is how you make the money last. And that's where, dude, you're brilliant in this. I'm going to have to get with you later.
I have the website if you guys are curious.
Yeah, we're doing a networking thing here, dude. I don't like to talk this much, but thanks.
It's okay, man. Go to Exit Your Way, guys, and get that going. What I want to do.
Bob, what you making for dinner tonight?
Yeah, Bob, what are you cooking?
You're like a chef, dude. I see what you make, and it's like.
It is this sesame chicken with dates over rice. It's got like ginger in it.
So you're cooking a bird with bird food on it.
Yes,
That's
they
what I
got
heard.
sprinkled the sesame seeds.
This is the before and the after, right? This is
I'm not even sure I know what a date is.
Oh, there
You
you
know what a
go.
date is?
a date's like a plum, kind of dried
Kind of
out,
like more like
giant raisin.
a giant raisin. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a kind of a giant sweet raisin.
Go buy some.
It's got a little pit in it.
Wrap them in bacon and put them in your with a
First of
little
all-
blue cheese in
So-
it and put
So
them.
How
in
does
take
bacon.
them.
somebody-
Get the ones that have pits, because ones that are pitted are drier. So you want to get the ones that have
Okay.
a pit in it. It's very easy to take out.
But you
Put a
are
little,
what
you
you
know,
are
split,
what you eat.
take the pit out,
That's the
but
bit.
then replace it with almonds. But then make sure when you tell your guests, you saute them in olive oil and then sprinkle a little salt. But then make sure you tell your guests that those aren't the pits; those are almonds. Because when they bite in, they might think to themselves, "Ooh,
Yeah,
it's up hard."
it's not going anywhere. Awesome.
I had something smart to say and I forgot it. It might come back, but probably not. Anyways. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Mike, you don't know what a date is. You've seen Indiana Jones, bro.
Yeah.
How do you not know what dates are? That's what they're eating in that movie.
How long was Indiana Jones? It was like 1984.
Bro, don't
Yeah.
pretend like you didn't grow up watching it. I know you had, like Joseph Stepke, you had the hat and the whip, and come on.
Yeah, I still have the satchel.
Who doesn't? Who, as a kid, like, right? You got the swords, and you're doing that, and then you're like, how the hell is he going to beat that guy? Bang! Yeah, baby!
That was probably one of the best scenes in any movie, though.
Seriously. No, you know what the best one was? Honestly, that lady. I hate to
Do
see
you know
her.
that guy's like crashed his plane like 7 times in real life, Harrison Ford?
Has he really?
Yeah,
No.
dude. He's a pilot. He like crashes his little
Yes.
plane like every other couple of weeks, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not, but like it seems like I've read a few plane crash stories of Harrison Ford here. That guy seems like an interesting dude. You know, he got his start. He was a carpenter for somebody, and next thing you know, he's in a movie.
Look at Mike taking all the credit for getting Damon to talk. That's all right.
Hey, I'll get Bob to talk. Hey, Bob, do you think Mike O'Connor here really doesn't have a picture of Hugh Jackman by his mirror? I mean, he's turning into Wolverine, dude, every minute. Look at it.
Not since he told me to have his lawyers told me to stop sending him messages.
And he hasn't shown us his hands yet the whole time, so I don't know what's going on down below.
Yeah.
Hands above the fold, people. Hands
Doing a
above the
Scott.
fold.
Doing a Scott.
Forget the pants. Show me the hands. Oh my gosh. Mango.
There we
Hello.
go. Somebody else is going off LinkedIn today. No.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
at the
sure
end of
which
the day,
one is going to kick off, but my
we
wife
gotta
won't be
change
too
the show
sad to
to
see me
how
go
to
off
get-
LinkedIn for a while.
How to get
Okay.
kicked off.
So this is the day before of the big day in the NFL. So let's
Yeah.
call who's winning tomorrow. Let's see. Let's go around the room and see who's winning the games.
All right, wait. Just say one winner. Don't say both because we might have some interesting debates here. So I'll kick it off. I'm going Rams over Niners.
Rams over Niners, me too.
I think Rams over Niners is going to be a really close game, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the other one maybe not so close. I'm just saying.
What's the other game?
Kansas City, Cincinnati.
I can't believe the Bengals are still in it.
I know. It's cool.
The Bengals actually are a really good team, and I think next year they got a really good shot. But I think this year Kansas City is going to stuff them.
You think it's going to be bad, huh? Who's
I
their
think
quarterback?
It's going to be Kansas City, LA in the Super Bowl.
I don't know.
Look, man, I'm a SEO nerd and a social media nerd. Don't ask me about football, but I think that's what I think. I just congratulated Tom Brady for retiring, and I thanked him for kicking the crap out of my team all those years and tuck that and all that stuff. And I was like, I'm glad you retired. Anyways, I did that on Facebook. ESPN was showing how it started and how it finished. You guys remember how puny and scrawny and unimpressive his draft? Remember in the NFL draft, he used to take the pictures with the shirt off, like a meat market.
I was actually a fan of his in college because he was.
I was too. He went to Michigan.
Yeah.
I thought he should have been drafted much higher. In fact,
I thought he was a good player coming out of college.
I wanted the Raiders to draft him, but when he stepped in that day for Bledsoe back in the Patriots, like back in 1937, because Brady's freaking older than dirt. Anyways, I'm gonna slam him every chance I can. I hate that guy. It was a fumble. Let me just say that. Anyways, Charles Woodson, you got robbed, buddy. He knows it. They've talked about it. Anyhow, I thought he was gonna fail because Bledsoe was like the man. Remember that? And then
Well,
Yeah.
a lot of people forget that Bledsoe was a top 6 or top 7 quarterback at the time.
Yep.
But like when
Yeah,
he
I
went
know,
down,
that's what
they put Brady in. I'm like, I right away. I'm like, I don't think he's gonna ever come off the field. And he didn't.
Well, yeah, I was surprised by that though. I knew that Brady was good. I didn't know he was that good. You know what I mean? Like that
I
shocked
don't
me.
know.
Because Drew Bledsoe at the time was one of those, like you go, there's 32 teams, there might be, 10.
Bledsoe was a good quarterback.
But that's what I'm saying. But you look around the league any year, and you go, there's usually like, 10 or 12 really, really good quarterbacks, and then there's serviceable quarterbacks, and then you got the bottom echelon where you're just waiting for the draft to get somebody.
Yeah,
Like,
he
I
was
heard
a top 12 quarterback.
I heard an interesting theory. Brady just retired officially today.
Mm-hmm.
Now Aaron Rodgers follows him to Tampa Bay.
That might be true.
Rumor.
So
I mean,
who's going to win a Super Bowl, guys?
So,
They need a quarterback.
so fun fact about Drew Bledsoe,
Yeah.
Washington State University grad. That's cool.
Nobody cares.
He's a wine grower too.
Yeah, he is a wine grower, which
Yes,
I
he
find
is.
right.
Yes, he is. He's got a place out
Winemaker
here.
grower, yeah.
You know what? That's actually a great topic for a show one day. These athletes, some of them, after they retire, actually do better
Yeah.
than when they played. And Drew Bledsoe is one of those guys. Drew
He
Bledsoe,
is.
even, I hate to say this because it's hard to fathom, but Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan owns an NBA team. He's not like part of the, he's the main guy. Like he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
He didn't make billions of dollars playing basketball. He made billions of dollars by taking the money that he made and making smart investments and being a good businessman. That's a heck of a topic for a show.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
The Rock, you don't think about The Rock as an athlete, but he was in the WWE for a long time. That guy is worth a lot of money right now.
His movie production company is off the chain right now.
Yeah, but he's got his hand in alcohol. I mean, he's got business ventures. He is
Look
one
at
of
that
the
Ryan
top,
Reynolds guy. He's got the
he's
gym.
one of the top people on several social medias. Like he's got millions and millions of followers everywhere, but he's got I think 90 million followers.
So what you're saying is we got to start working our tan.
Well, I could go lie in the oven for an hour. I need to like completely reborn. I need somebody to
Can't hear you, bro.
Yeah, something happened. Okay, it's not just me then.
Nope.
Good. I thought it was me.
I was like,
He's got that big high dollar mic. Nobody can hear a word he says.
I hear him just fine, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was like, is this how they kick me out now? They just stopped
I've
talking.
got 15 people on the internet in my house. They probably are robbing my bandwidth, those little moochers.
All right. Hey, gents, I got to go make
Bob,
some dinner.
Bye,
Have a
Bob.
good night.
Thanks for having me. It's
Good luck
great
with
talking
the
to you
game.
guys.
All
Bob,
right.
take
See
a
you
picture and send it to us, okay?
Yep, we'll do.
Later.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you said
The other
Super-
guy in business I always think about is Shaquille O'Neal, dude. That guy has more. I mean, and he's done a lot
And
for.
Magic Johnson, both those guys.
Yeah, didn't he? Shaquille, where's he from? I was just looking him up because the dude,
I think,
like,
he's Louisiana, right?
oh, I don't.
Almost south down there.
I know he went to LSU. That's why
Yeah.
he was cool. But I think he's from Louisiana. But
Well,
he
his
lives
dad
in,
was in the military,
he
right?
lives
He's done a lot. He's done a lot helping people with business because I think he doesn't. He have like a bunch of car washes and stuff. But he's got many other things. But he helps a lot, hire a lot of people in that. And helps.
You want to
them
know
out.
what I love about Shaquille O'Neal? Like, there's a lot of things to respect about him, and he's funny, and I mean, the guy had talent for days and all that stuff. He's got 4 NBA championships, I think. So I mean, he's done a lot of cool stuff. But the thing that I respect about him is his parenting skill.
Yeah.
And a lot of people may not know that, but one thing that I look at, it's kind of a famous quote that he's got. It's growing in how well it's known. But one of the things he says is, "My kids aren't rich. I'm rich. I tell my kids if they want something, they got to go earn it."
Yep.
And I'm like, that is how you
Yeah.
set people up for success. You don't just give them. You help them with the resources they need to get the knowledge, and then they've got to go bust their butt and earn it. I think that's amazing.
Yeah. The funniest thing with Shaq, and I'll be quiet after this. He is on Bear Grylls in the wild. You just gotta watch it. It is the funniest thing. Because you can
I'm
tell.
gonna go YouTube that now.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's hilarious. It's
You can
hilarious.
post it on ESPN.
I think they found like
Good idea.
something, in true Bear Grylls style. They found like moose placenta, and they had to cook it up and eat it or something like that. I'll just say it was hilarious.
I'm turning vegetarian now. I'm not doing it.
If I could go and do any like nature type excursion thing right now, I would go up to Alaska and go fish those salmon out of the river.
Yep.
I just think
I'm all
that
for
was
you going to Alaska too.
awesome. Huh?
I'm all for you going to Alaska too.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. I'm gonna come back, Mike. He's like, no, you're bear food. I probably would be. I'm hopefully would have a guide who's got a big ass gun.
You could hire me, and I'll keep you safe for half a day at least. That's only guaranteed half a day, though.
Hey, that's fine. That's
I
probably
think
all.
that'd make me more
You
nervous.
just don't have to be the slowest.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. I surprise people. I do surprise people with my speed. I think people forget that I was a collegiate athlete. I'm not slow.
I don't think anybody has the time to forget. You keep reminding everybody.
Do I? I don't think I talk about that very often, but maybe I do. But I can move. I got some speed. I'm like that Toby Keith song though. I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. If you think about that, that's probably true, right? Like,
Oh no, I pulled a muscle the other day putting my socks on, so I'm
Yeah.
not
Join the club, dude.
Yeah, my daughter was asking me about sideways planking or some crazy crap, and I'm like, yeah, that would break my back.
I'm getting in there.
All right, so we didn't hear all the answers to who's going to win the game. So I said Rams. I didn't predict. Actually, I did. I guess I said I let it out of the bag. I said Kansas City. So I think it's going to be Rams, Kansas City in the Super Bowl. I won't make a Super Bowl prediction until those teams might not make it, so I'll wait. But Mike Asha Branner.
What's that?
Who you got? What team you picking?
Me. I'm gonna win. What are you talking about?
You're gonna win.
Yeah, I don't follow sports that much. I sit there and watch it. I don't know who's playing.
That's okay. That's the person who always wins. Like when you have those polls. What do they call those things where you got to pick every game? Usually the
How does this mango thing work?
Ding dong here. Well, hey, I don't own a team. I woke up 5 years ago and it's like, dude, people ask me, hey, who's going to win the March Madness? I say me, and it's a great conversational starter, dude. When you say me,
Carolina Tar Heels shirt, you should say UNC. But
it's a free.
You're in Kentucky, so you should be saying, I think. Let's see who's closest. Kansas City? No, Cincinnati. You should be saying Cincinnati.
I'm a Lions fan because I got a free jacket and a free. So I'm a Raiders fan.
Lions fan, come on.
Because look, free. So I'm a Tar Heels fan.
Look, bro,
don't ever ask that question.
If we were on TikTok, there'd be music going. No. Lions fan. Oh my gosh.
I got free gear, man. So I'm a Lions
fan. In Detroit root for the Lions, man.
The fun part is when I wear that stuff, every cool person from Detroit, like, hey man, you're from Detroit, and I'm like, do I look like I'm from Detroit?
You're like straight up, homie.
Dude, people will never talk to me, but if I wear some Detroit jacket, I'm cool.
What you need is some Kid Rock gear.
Yeah, I got that. I was going to wear my hat, but I didn't want to,
You
compete.
can get some Eminem. You can get some Eminem stuff. I think he's got to be like the fastest talker on the planet, isn't he? Like, I mean, when he raps, I can't fathom how he says it so fast, but I can't even always understand what he's saying. He says it so fast.
I'm the Eminem of the financial industry, so we're both hated on.
That's exactly what I was thinking of, right?
I'm more like the peanut Eminem than I am Eminem the rapper. Anyways, all right.
Yeah.
Well, this show went downhill.
Damon, what did you say? I missed your answer, Damon.
I'm going with pretty much what everybody else is. The Rams in Kansas City, I think, are going to win. They're going to be playing the Super Bowl. I don't know what's going to happen in the Super Bowl, but I think
the 49ers are going to crush everybody.
Good.
So they really could. I mean,
They're going to. They got the better defense.
they do have the better defense.
They certainly do.
But
You know,
their offense is offensive. That's the problem.
Yeah, but you know what? They're going to go knock out Stafford.
If you had the Niners defense and the Chiefs offense, I mean, you'd have something lights out.
I'm gonna root for the Tar Heels. Are we in?
And the Rams offense is really good too. A lot of people are sleeping on. Speaking of former Detroit Lions, Matthew Stafford is a stud. So you finally got him out of Detroit, and all of a sudden he's going, maybe to the Super Bowl. That's a pretty.
Wouldn't that be a crazy story though? If he actually won the Super Bowl his first year out of Detroit.
Yeah, I think it would be akin to Tom Brady winning with the Bucks.
I mean, have the Lions fans suffered enough yet, or what?
Yeah.
No,
that would really just throw salt on that.
They still suck. I mean, look, the Raiders. We look at say at least we're not Detroit. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, all of a sudden Detroit's like the new Cleveland.
I don't know if it's new, man. They've both sucked. Like the Browns. Remember when the Bucks sucked when I was a kid, man? The Bucks were the worst, and they had those ugly sissy uniforms. But somewhere along the way, Cleveland and Detroit stole that mantra from Tampa Bay, and I don't even know when that happened. Like I'm searching back in my mind. Was that in the 90s? We're talking. I know obviously they went to the Super Bowl and won in 2002 because they destroyed the Raiders. I remember that very clearly. I don't remember when the Bucks stopped sucking, but man, there's a couple teams.
I don't think it really was until Tom Brady came there. I mean, they started getting better because obviously they were recruiting well, but
no, they had Brad. What's his name? Brad Smith, right? As the quarterback. They won the Super Bowl. They had who was the coach right before Gruden?
Dungy.
Yeah, Tony Dungy. Right?
Gruden.
They were good. They were good with Tony Dungy.
He inherited a really good team.
I actually think that's the only reason they won. It was because of all the work that Dungy did. He just took over and he called better plays. Dungy built the defense, and then Gruden came in with the offensive mind and got the most out of Brad Smith. And then it doesn't hurt that they knew all the Raiders' plays because the guy that took over for Gruden when Gruden Bill Count, whatever his name was. Anyways, that guy didn't change anything. He left everything the same, and they actually got him to the Super Bowl. Rich Gannon, Tim Brown, Jerry Rice got him to the Super Bowl. But when Rich Gannon was calling the plays, the linebackers on the Bucks knew exactly what they were doing. Like they didn't change none of the terminology. They didn't change the schemes. Nothing. It was like, wow. Anyways, it's amazing that I know some of that stuff. But anyways, Ron,
what's up?
Ron. You got green hair.
I know. I something wrong with this. My background today.
It's all right. It kind of looks like you're angelic.
Yeah, I know.
So,
well,
Ron probably was getting excited when he heard the conversation about finances because Ronald's in that space too. So,
I get excited because he's talking about football because my son is a Kansas City fan, so I don't know why, but
Ronald, I'm not hearing you, brother. I think I'm going to have to cut you. Wait, what was that? I can't hear you, Ronald. You said something about Kansas City's awful. I'm pretty sure that's what he was just saying.
Chiefs.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to mute all of you. I'm totally just kidding.
I hate. You don't like
look, I'm a Raiders fan, baby.
I'm gonna have to change my.
I'm a Cleveland fan. You know that.
Yeah, there's no look. Red is my favorite color, but there's no red in my logo for that reason. I can't stand the Chiefs, man. I mean, they kick our butts every year, but other than that,
I know.
Tar Heels win the Super Bowl, buddy.
Tar Heels the Super Bowl.
David loves that.
It's like talking to Joe Stepke. He's like, "Yeah, they're gonna hit a home run in hockey."
Yeah.
He has that shtick down, though. You know what I mean? Like the first time I heard it, I was like, "That is awesome off the cuff," and then I realized, no, that he does it all the time. But it was really funny. First time I heard it. Okay, Ronald, give us a 60-second intro, brother. Tell us a little bit about what you do so we can.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So Curious Finance is about basically partnering with tax professional and attorney to basically give more value to their practice, and we're doing this because we know that business owners needs more help, and if they're paying more than 3, 4, 5, 6 figure income or tax tax return, we need to talk about it because there's a lot of going on right now.
100%. And Damon, you gotta run here in a second, but any final thoughts? So you think it's going to be Kansas City and the Rams? Who
Yep.
do you got? Who do you got in the big game then? Because you got two offenses with questionable defenses there. So high scoring game.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm not picking that one.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that one after it's official.
We'll talk about that one after.
I got
Thanks
you.
so
But
much,
I am with Mike though. This is what I think, and I'm sorry to all the Cincinnati fans in my family because my wife's family is from Cincinnati, so there's like a whole bunch of them. And in full disclosure, I'm rooting for Cincinnati because anybody who plays Kansas City is my friend. So I wish Kansas City all the luck in the world. I'm sorry, Cincinnati. I just don't think it's gonna happen.
Can you imagine if the Bengals and the Rams made it to the Super Bowl? People would
Well, I
lose
think it would be
minds.
more interesting to have a rematch. Have you guys thought about this? This would be a rematch.
Like
the Bengals and the Niners have played in the Super Bowl. I think it was Super Bowl 16, if I remember right. But that was Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. But that's
There's nothing I find interesting at all about the 49ers. I just think they're a good defense, but like
I read an article.
The weather is nice there. That's what I find interesting.
I read an article though that no matter, even if the Niners win the Super Bowl, they're still gonna trade Jimmy Garoppolo at the end of the season, no matter what. I'm like, wow, that's actually big news because he's been playing kind of well. I mean, this last game he wasn't the reason they won. You know, I mean, kind of stunk it up, but he's had a good season. His value for the Niners has increased this year because of the way he's played.
He's the best goal in the ball, right?
Have a good one, David.
See ya.
I see.
But I think if there's an upset, it's more likely to be the Niners, like Mike said, because of the defense beating the Rams than Cincinnati beating Kansas City. I just don't think that Cincinnati has the firepower to keep up with Kansas City. It's going to be a high-scoring game, I believe.
Oh, no, and they don't have the defense to stop them.
Well, Kansas City's defense is kind of weak too. So, but I think
that Bills game and the Kansas City game, that was the most incredible football game I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, because the defense are.
Well, the other part of it. I'm sorry, I cut you off there, Ronald. I'm sorry, I wasn't hearing you. Go ahead.
I said, both of the Bills and the Cincinnati defense are both weak. That's why the game's so close.
Yeah, and I think the Kansas City Cincinnati game will be kind of similar, but Kansas City has more experience in these big games. It's in Kansas City, not in Cincinnati. And I think that Kansas City's defense is just a tad better than Cincinnati's. The offense of Kansas City, I think, is way better. So you've got a way better offense and a slightly better defense in their home stadium, and they've got the experience, recent experience. So I think for all those reasons, I'm not saying the coaching is better, although I take Andy Reid over just.
What you're saying is go put some money on KC.
I think the safest bet this week is, take the points in Kansas City. Bet the over, people. I don't know if the over is 120 points, but I'd still probably bet the over.
I think there's going to be a lot of points scored in that game for sure.
Yeah. The only thing Cincinnati has a chance of winning, in my opinion, is the coin toss.
That's hilarious. It's probably true too.
And I wish it was the opposite. Let me just preface all that or follow that up. I think
the Chiefs are probably going to get it done this year.
When the Chiefs lose, I'm a happy guy. That sounds
I don't see it happening in the next 3 weeks.
Why are you hitting the Chiefs, man?
Because they're a rival. So I take rivalry seriously, right? Just ask Joe
the Packers.
Ask Joe.
I don't hate the Detroit. I don't hate the Steelers because they're our opponent. But
you should.
Who's your team?
He likes
the Browns.
The Browns. That's why you don't take it seriously. You're just used to losing. That's why you don't care.
Wow. Well,
seriously, the Browns fan. I'll give you a lot of credit for saying that you're a Browns fan.
Well, like I said, I'm voting for the team.
Well, wait a
For
minute.
the players.
We got a Detroit fan and we got a Browns fan. How do we?
We got to work on our screening process.
You know what's funny is of all the teams that we root for on this show, mine's the only team that made the playoffs. That's crazy.
Do you know, like, who do the
I
Bears
thought
hire? I don't even know who the Bears hired. I mean, like, it's just getting worse for the Bears. We're going to be the next Detroit.
The Bears just hired the offensive coordinator from Green Bay. He actually could be pretty good.
Yeah.
From
That's a
who?
good pick. That's a good
From
pick.
Indiana, right?
Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay.
No. He's from the Colts, I thought.
No, it's from the
maybe I'm getting it wrong. Maybe Denver might. I thought Denver pulled the guy from the Colts and you guys pulled the guy from the Packers. So I might have that wrong in my brain. You could be right.
I think so.
Well,
either way, yeah. Nobody knows who he is.
Yeah, it was a name. You know, think about that. Chicago had interest from Jim. What's his name? Harbaugh.
Well, you know, here's the thing about Chicago.
He's been to the Super Bowl as a coach.
If you look at the last like 6 or 7 hires the Chicago Bears have had for head coach, it's always somebody that's been unproven at the time. From Trustman to Lovie Smith, it's always somebody like you never heard of.
Do you know why? You know why they do that?
Because they think they're smarter than everybody else.
It's about
paying
money.
less. Paying less.
Money. Yeah, it's money. When you get a succession of failing coaches and they're always unproven, it's always because they have really cheap contracts.
It's terrible. Like I mean,
like Raiders. As a Raiders fan, I can relate to that.
Yeah,
and then,
but you know what though, the Raiders have always spent money. You know,
no, not on coaches. No. The first coach they ever really spent money on was Gruden 2.0. Yep. Yeah. Everybody else, John Madden. You look at all the coaches: Art Shell, John Madden.
They came and went. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were all unproven. They were all coordinators. Sometimes we go and we don't even take like offense and defensive coordinators. We'll take like the quarterback coach. We'll take the special teams guy. We promoted the special teams guy this time. Rich Bisicchia is.
Can you imagine like these people actually wanted to win?
No, this is. I
will tell you this, Jerry Jones. What do you think Jerry Jones is going to? Is he going to take an unproven coordinator? No, he pays his coordinators more than most teams pay their head coach.
I wouldn't be surprised if McCarty's on the way out.
No, he's not. He's staying. So your coordinators are all staying, or Dallas is staying.
He decided they're keeping him.
Yeah, and I think that's a mistake. I actually thought that was a bad hire all the way around. But again,
well, I think McCarty got a lot of love from being the guy who coached Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It's like Belichick gets a little bit too much credit for coaching Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Belichick's not a bad coach. He's probably the best coach ever. But I'm just saying, a lot of his success was directly tied to he had the GOAT at QB.
Yeah.
You know, they did really well this year with the rookie quarterback, so I'm not trying to take anything away from him. But last year they had Cam Newton, and Cam Newton is an MVP caliber.
Yeah, but he's also terrible.
No, he's not terrible.
He just plays a different style. He's not,
you got to coach the talent that you have.
Run.
Yeah, so you play more option and anyways.
He's not the same athlete he was before he started getting banged up.
I think that's true. I think that's true too. But that's part of coaching. Look, if I'm running a sales team for one company and then running a sales team for another company, I have to take inventory of the team that I've got, and then I've got to play to their strengths. So, it's not like they didn't know who Cam Newton was before they signed him.
100%.
Yeah. Anyways. All right. So
Ira,
what do we leave on the table? I feel like we were talking about something that we shelved. No, nothing.
Can we talk about ballet or something, manly that I can follow, please?
You want to talk about Garbage Patch Kids? We'll do that.
You said Garbage Patch Kids. Did you catch that, Wolverine? That's awesome. He combined both concepts. I loved it. I could talk all day about that. Care Bears.
Not the Wolverine, Mike Ashburn. Look at you.
Dude,
you still Wolverine.
You turn the light on and you still look like Hugh Jackman. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He shot everything.
Right.
He even shot those.
Yeah. It's not fair because he not only has the face and the hair, he also has the height. He's 6'5".
Exactly.
Good thing I got the brains. That's all I'm saying.
That's your all's theme song. Y'all need to play that. You
You
got
know that we're like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito, and unfortunately, I'm DeVito in this analogy. It's not fun, but it is what it is.
that thought never crossed my mind, man. I would never think.
No, but I use it all the time. Chocolate and vanilla,
Mike.
DeVito and Schwarzenegger. You know what's funny is I can't spell either of those names. I can't spell DeVito. I don't think I can. Maybe I can, but
DeVito, I think I can get.
I definitely can't spell Schwarzenegger.
Not a million tries. I think I probably could.
What?
Spell it
Schwarzenegger?
right. Yeah.
Shoot, I could smell Terminator. Governator.
The Governator.
There you
Best
go.
contribution he ever made was the term girly man, dude. That caused so much stuff out there. I loved it. It was probably the best hallmark of the decade.
No, I was totally off.
You don't remember that?
You totally butchered it?
Yeah, it was not even close.
Yeah, I wouldn't even try it. So props to you for even trying.
Yeah, no, I wasn't.
All right, I want to run a show concept by you guys. You guys open for a little fun?
Sure.
So I was doing Marketing Mondays. I did it for like 9 months, 6 months, something like that. It was a while. I did it every Monday. I would bring in an agency owner, and basically what I was doing is I was promoting my competition. Why? Because I'm a nice guy. I don't mind. But the fact is, it was kind of frustrating for me because there's things that I wanted to talk about that I wasn't able to talk about. So I'm thinking about doing this instead. I'm thinking about doing and I need help with the name or to finalize this concept. But the idea would be something like, here's the week in review for my project. I work on some really cool stuff every week. You know, I'm either doing logos or I'm doing videos or I'm doing photo shoots. I'm doing some type of graphic design. And I thought, what if I did a show where I basically not only showed you what I was working on, but maybe I taught a little bit about how I do it. So kind of here's some hands-on for those in the marketing space. Like the photography work, when I show people some of the raw photos I take, and then I show them the final project, it's a big difference. It's kind of stunning. You, wow, you took that and made that. That's kind of cool. You know what I mean? So that's the idea. Wouldn't necessarily be a guest show. It would be more of a live interaction. Like, hey, this, we're going to be talking about Lightroom today, and I've got photos from Great White or whatever. Anyways, that's kind of the idea.
Get nerdy with Ira.
Huh?
Get nerdy with Ira.
Yeah. See, I don't even know what to call it. That's the thing I was thinking about. I don't know. I had some fancy acronym, and I can't even remember it.
Well, you mean you do some
art, photos, social media. I think it was TAPS, talking about art, photography, and social media. I think it was something like that. But anyways, I don't know. I haven't fleshed it all out. But that's kind of the idea of the show, though. And I don't know if people would watch it or if I'd be talking to myself. But to me, when I go to YouTube and I'm looking for videos, I'm searching for stuff where people are showing me something that I don't know how to do very well, that I can kind of watch an expert do it. And, the thing that I am pretty good at is taking something complicated and breaking it down and teaching people how to do that. So that's what I'm doing on TikTok with LinkedIn. I'm just taking one thing at a time. So I gave the tip to Damon earlier today, and this will help you guys out. You're watching a live stream on social media and somebody responds to a comment or they tag you in a comment in the live stream. You don't have to watch the whole show and fast forward to the time that they made the comment to see it and engage with it. If you go through your activity feed and you find it that way. So instead of going to the post, go to your activity feed or do it on your, you can also do it on your mobile device. So
that's a really good tip. I didn't know it.
Yeah. If you do either one of those, now you get your time back. You're not trying to find it and it's not annoying. You can go and answer all the comments all at once. I do that all the time, but
I'm going to start doing that.
That's a TikTok video that I will make. Hey, we got another piano on the show, Mike.
There you go.
Oh, I'm so happy.
That's from last week. As long as again, no beds, we're going to be fine.
It's killing me, man. I'm getting ready to. But I'm trying to behave. I don't want to get kicked off.
All right, be good. So Any ideas or suggestions or thoughts around that? I mean, I know it's like it is.
No,
what it
I'm gonna have to think about that one for a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Mike, you and I talked about this, and I talked about this with a client. It's good to have interview type shows. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of them, but I mean, it is good because you're bringing other people on, you're introducing them to your network. But for me, I'll tell you the driving thought behind this for me is that I'm trying to help people understand what it is I'm capable of, and also build myself up as a more of a thought expert in these areas. I want people to see.
I think it's a win-win all the way around for you. I mean, because like people, if they want to learn that stuff, they can find it on other YouTube channels. You know what I mean? So when you're telling it your way, all you're really doing is branding yourself as an expert. And you're still, I mean, people that like you are going to want to hear you explain it the way you explain it.
Yeah, and I think people are interested in the work I'm doing. Like, I don't ever put it out there. If you really pay attention, you can figure out who all my clients are. It's really not that hard. But I don't ever put it all out there. You know what I mean? Like, I just built this logo for these guys, and I just took this shot for these guys, and you know what I mean? Here's what I did today. I don't do it like that. But in the show, I could do more of a, hey, this is kind of the cool projects.
Well, I mean, I've seen you do some things, and I think it'd be interesting for sure, especially when you're breaking down behind the scenes how you make some of that stuff. I think it's pretty cool.
Well, and that's was kind of what I was thinking. Like, I could open up Illustrator, for example, right? And so, okay, here's a project that I made this week. Now let me show you how I did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not a painter, but I would always watch Bob Ross paint because
well, I mean, you should probably just start recording it and then go back and edit it later when you're actually doing the work.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that too. That's a good idea.
You know, some kid a couple of years ago, I can't remember what the name of the guy's channel is, but this guy was really good at woodworking, right? So his niece came in and set up a camera, and now he's like a millionaire YouTube guy with a bunch of people watching him. You know, he's got all this woodworking stuff in his backyard now. You know, some other chick did that in Mexico too with her grandma and her cooking. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that channel?
Oh, he dropped off. I was looking at Mike Asherbrenner's name. Did you see what he did?
With the Wolverine thing?
No, he said, don't change. No. He changed his name. He said, Mike, don't look at the guy's look at the guy's hair above me.
Oh,
I gotta do that just to make it make sense again. I thought that was pretty good.
I don't like this guy, Mango.
I think he's hilarious. I don't know. You want to know what's really funny? Okay, so you guys know my daughter is struggling, right? And for those of you who continue to reach out and ask me for updates, it's not as good as I would like. Okay, so I'm not going to get into it. But yeah, continue to pray. But she's not in the danger zone. Okay, we're still hoping for a lot of good things. But it was kind of cute. So they were at the mall, and they were at the Raiders store. And my wife is taking some pictures of the jersey. She's like, hey, you want one of these? And there's a couple of them I don't have that I do want. Waller is one of them, Darren Waller, best tight end in football, in my opinion. And Derek Carr, I'm biased, but I love him as a quarterback. So like, I don't have their jerseys yet. So, but I'm like, yeah, my birthday's coming up. Why don't we wait? Maybe we'll get it for my birthday.
What are you doing, 50 this year?
No, thank you. No, not yet. I got some time. Still got a nickel.
I can't help it.
Yeah, I know. That's all right, Wolverine. I got you. But here's the funny thing. My daughter goes, Dad wears that logo all the time, except for his has got a weird circle around it. She thought the Raider logo was my Bohm Digital Media logo.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I'm like, well, it's kind of where I stole the idea from. I mean, in full disclosure, that's the colors come from that anyways. For those of you who have never taken the time to like really look at my logo, which I understand it's not that interesting for most people, but it's a social media icon, the icon for social media, and it's got my acronym inside of BDM, but then it's a dartboard, and the idea is hit the target in social media, hire Bohm Digital Media. That's the psychology behind it. Anyways, but
I can't believe I never figured that out.
Most people haven't, and it's okay because why would you analyze my logo? It just, you start to recognize the symbol and know what it means.
The share thing makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Right? I mean, what do
maybe
I do?
not for Ashbrenner or whatever his name is.
What do I do all day long? Right? I share stuff on social media. Come on. Okay.
Tar Heels win the Super Bowl. That's all I got to say, Mike. Never gets old, buddy. Look at that. That's all I'm done.
I don't even know
I
where to
guess I
go.
love each other too much. Huh?
Yeah.
Too much
Hang
so.
out, hang out with us more, Ronald, and you'll get there too, brother. You'll get there. Ronald, you're still in the Bay Area, is that right?
Yeah, still
You're the
close,
last
but I'm here.
you're the last of the Mohicans.
I
It is
know.
it
I
is
know.
so expensive to live there, man. It is so expensive. It's ridiculous.
Well, the full disclosure, my house went up a little bit, but until I don't sell it, it's still in paper only,
Right.
So that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
thing,
You
But
you really get landlocked though in the Bay Area. So like a lot of people have bought their house for like 200,000 or 500,000 or even $1 million. They bought their house a while back, and now their houses are worth $2 million, $3 million, whatever it's worth in paper money, like Ronald's saying. But the fact is, I mean, in reality, if you sell it, you have to move out of the state. You know what I mean? That's like it's a one-time cash out thing.
Well, think
Otherwise,
about all those people. I mean,
and
it's good to have, but now you're paying more in taxes and you're paying more in other things.
no, this is the thing about California. A lot of people don't understand this, Ronald. They're not from California. They don't get it.
yeah,
So California had a prop, and Ronald, do you remember the prop number? I don't remember it off the top of my head. But
yeah,
anyway,
like
there was a
98, I
there
think.
was a prop.
Yeah.
I will tell you that Californians have never turned down a tax. They love taxes here. They really do. Like every time there's a tax on the ballot, Californians vote for it. I vote against all of them. I can't stand taxes. I don't want to pay any of them, frankly. But I'm in the minority here, so I always lose everything. It's fine. It happens. I'm used to it. But they vote for all these taxes. The only one that they ever put in place that is helpful is this real estate prop, and this law keeps our tax really, really low on real estate. Mike, I think you and I were talking about this on the phone the other day, right? We were talking about the difference between Kentucky. Now we got somebody from Kentucky on the line. He can actually educate us even more on this. But Kentucky has the personal property tax. So it's not really real estate tax. It's just your personal property, but you got to pay it on everything that you own. Ohio, real estate tax, no personal property tax. So the reason why I lived in Fairfield, Ohio, and not like Blue Ash or I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the towns now in Kentucky that I was going to live in. We were considering it though. But the main difference between California and most states is we have these really, really low, comparatively speaking now, real estate taxes. So my real estate tax, even though it's, expensive because I have a $500,000 house, is not near as expensive it would be if I had a $500,000 house in Ohio or Kentucky or pretty much anywhere else. When I moved from Nevada, and it's not Nevada, I will fight you over that. You people learn how to say it. It's Nevada. No, people in Nevada. I think it was a $350,000 house. Maybe it was $400,000 house. I can't remember. It was something like that. Anyways, whatever. I went to Texas. I bought the same price house. It was just like a lateral swap price wise. The thing I didn't think about was the property tax difference. My property tax for the quarter in Nevada is what I ended up paying per month in Texas, and I need an extra 10 grand a year for the difference. It was really, really painful.
That's crazy.
But I pay less in tax on my $500,000 house than I did on my $350,000 house in Nevada. There you go. So that's probably more than you ever wanted to know about real estate taxes. But for those of you watching who are interested, get a life. I mean, welcome to the show. I mean, join us on stage. What are we doing? Come on.
I know.
Hey, the property tax is so low, we can finally afford shoes in Kentucky, Ira. So keep that
There
in
you
mind.
go.
I didn't say I had shoes. I said we could buy them if we
You
wanted
could afford them if you wanted to.
to. You got it.
All right. Well, I think we're getting to the point where the energy's in the kind of deflated, and I'm sick. Y'all have been listening to me talk all this time with this crazy smoker voice. I promise I didn't take up smoking. It just sick,
Do you
but
need
not.
it?
Thank God for that. Hopefully, I'll get better soon because I'm scheduled to fly out again on Monday. I'll be gone until Friday.
Well, I hope
So
you have safe travels.
how's the flight now, man? It's brutal, right? Still a lot of when I went to New Jersey for
Well,
my
I haven't really had any problems with flying. I'll tell you this: the planes are more full than they used to be, and so I'm a part of American Airlines Advantage So I get upgrades to first class pretty cheap. So I've just been upgrading because you get more elbow room and leg room, and first on, first off, get priority luggage. So I always, because I travel with my gear, my camera gear, I always have to check bag. I never get to just like walk on with the carry on. So, anyways, travel for me, Ron, just in full disclosure, hasn't been bad. But my daughter had a flight canceled and another flight delayed. Excuse me, she's always flying back and back. She goes to school in Florida, so she's always got those cross country flights. But anyways, yeah, travel hasn't been too bad. You do have to wear a mask.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, you have to keep.
And then when I went to New Jersey, they were serving food with us. It's like serving food, and then you're telling me that I need to wear a mask all day long. So I was like, doesn't make sense to me.
Well, they tell you on the plane that you can pull your mask down to bite your food or to take a drink, but then once you're done with the bite or the drink, you're supposed to put it back up, right? So you can't just sit there. Let's say it takes you 15 minutes to eat, which would be forever, but let's say it took you 15 minutes to eat. You would think like at the restaurant you could just have it off, but they actually want you to have it like down on your chin and then pull it back up and then down and back up. I don't do that, but that's what they want you to do. But they will come by and police it. So if you're sitting with your mask off, you will get asked to put it on. And if you refuse, you actually.
I'm going to keep my mask on just so I don't have to talk to people.
I'll tell you this. This is the thing I've started to see more and more ladies doing this. It's a picture of their face. So they've got their lips and their chin and everything. It's like custom printed. So when they're wearing the mask, it looks like they're not really wearing a mask from a distance.
Someone go get a Hugh Jackman mask.
That's what you should do. 100%. 100%.
Wow. That's a waste of money, dude. Just
get saran wrap.
Just do this.
I would love
this. All right. I don't think we got anybody kicked off the show today, but let's do the wrap up here. So we'll do 90 seconds or less. Mike, I also follow back. Asher Brenner, you lead us off with the.
What am I supposed to do?
Just a parting thought. How about that?
Okay. Well, the Tar Heels win the Super Bowl because they have the best goalie.
Mango.
Ira on the head. If you're wanting to do something better, I'm all about helping people do better, and most of us can do better in their life and career. We just don't have the opportunity. There's some kind of barrier to entry, or you didn't go to the right school, or live in the right neighborhood, or didn't come from the highest class family. I just want to make sure it's clear that that's not what matters with me. What matters with me is that someone has the desire and ambition to be coachable and do better. And that's what separates me from pretty much everybody else that I've encountered on earth, especially in this industry. And then the second thing is I appreciate Ira and Mike. Mike for pulling out the Wolverine like he did on accident, and Ira for having me back, even though I've been on twice, and no one ever brings me back after twice. So thank you, Ira, and good to meet you, Ronald.
Well, you add some spice to the show, so you're always welcome.
Ira likes me because I can counter Mike O'Connor, and so he can just sit back and chill. Like, hey, that's what I would have said. That's nice.
It is kind of fun to have another. It's like we could tag team. It's awesome.
Yeah, we need to. I mean,
full disclosure, the Wolverine picture was from Damon, not from me. Did you know that? I didn't.
Was it?
I'm not going to apologize for my good luck.
Damon put that picture up. I just shared it.
That's awesome.
That was Damon. I didn't say I could have stolen credit, but no,
I'm just doing some more working out. You guys are pushing me to new heights here. Just want you to know this.
Well, me and Ira.
What else do you have to do? Jacob's doing all the work for you now, buddy.
Yeah,
I mean,
you might as well start doing some curls.
We can go on a cruise anytime you want now.
Pretty much.
We should. That would be fun. We should go on a cruise.
Hey, it's 70% off right now.
I know they're super cheap. I was okay. So an incentive to my daughter to get to try to motivate her to keep working hard towards recovery, which is still a full recovery is still hopefully possible. That's what we're working towards. I said, hey, when you get better, I'll take the whole family. We'll go to Disneyland. You know what I mean? And then my wife started to price it out. And she goes, we could go on a cruise cheaper than we could take the family. because there's 10 of us.
I like cruises.
We could go on a cruise right now cheaper than we could take the family
Yeah,
to Disney.
I'm still.
Like, all right, let's do that.
I don't know. For me, it's like being in a boat and and something happened in the boat and I'm gonna be stranded and I don't really good.
Have you ever
swimmer,
gone on one?
You know.
Have you ever gone on a cruise?
No.
Oh man, you got to try it one time. Go. You can get 3-day cruises. That's what I would
The
recommend.
cruises are awesome.
I'm telling you, Ronald. The first time you do it, you're gonna wish that you had booked a 7-day cruise. I've never been on a 2-week cruise. I was scheduled to go to Alaska. That was going to be a 2-week cruise, but that happened during the pandemic, so it got canceled. But I will tell you, I love to cruise more than anything else. I'm going to tell you why. Okay. First of all, the boat's never that far off the shore. So if the boat breaks down, they'll come get you. Don't worry about that. They will come get you. Now, here's the thing, though. You get to go to interesting places. You don't have to worry about, how you're going to get there. You don't have to worry about getting out of the airport. You don't have to worry about navigating the city. They pull into the ports. You get out. There's some cab driver, taxi, whatever, something right there to take you to wherever you want to go. You're there for the whole day. Then you get back on and you go somewhere else interesting tomorrow. You didn't have to change hotel rooms. You didn't have to pack anything. You eat all you want. Most of these, if you're a drinker, they have all the beverage packages and all that stuff too. There's entertainment on the ship. Like, I like to sing. I think you guys know that. I like to sing. So, like, I'll do things like on the ship, we'll do like karaoke and we'll do, that kind of stuff. And you'll see sometimes that stuff is on the closed circuit TV. It's just a lot of fun. My wife and I did, I think at the time we were married 15 years at the time. We've been married longer than now.
That poor lady. She's put up with so much.
It's a life sentence, bro. She must have been really bad in the previous life. Anyhow, we were on a show with newlyweds. We were the couple in the middle. And then there was a couple that had been married 50 years. And what it was is, how well do you know your spouse? And so, like, they would say, what would your spouse say about, and then they would say something, you had to answer. Anyways, it was a game show. But that played on the cruise then the rest of the time. Like, there was other things, right? But all kinds of fun stuff. Cruises are a lot of fun, and they're not expensive. So you can go, like, I've been to the top of a Aztec temple, right? You've seen these things on TV or in pictures, and
you got there from a cruise. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a bucket list thing, right? So there was an excursion. I believe I was in Honduras. Okay, I believe that's where I was at.
Oh, cool.
My wife can tell you the exact place, but it was one of the excursion packages. Was come tour an Aztec temple. And we got to climb to the top. It's a pyramid. It's the only pyramids we got in North America, right? So
that's pretty cool.
That was fun.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and the pictures from there, amazing. Now we did
That's the one thing I like about the cruises, though, is it's like you just boom, boom, boom.
Can you imagine me with my camera gear on a cruise, bro? I mean, I can get some shots for you.
Somebody would probably throw you off the boat.
Yeah, I know.
I'm pretty chill. When I'm not on TV, it's hard to get a word out of me because I'm working all the time. Honestly.
No, when we're hanging out here in San Francisco, you're cool. I mean, you have good conversation. But like I said, all this thing going on right now. Even though California is still closed, I'm trying to get out of this hole a little bit. I got my booster shot and everything. And especially having a background in nursing, they kind of telling me, but I'm very careful. And my young daughter too is the same thing with you guys. I mean, with you, he born got like this big in my hand.
Yeah.
So it's going on with something.
It gets tough. Yeah, my heart goes out to everybody who's got a kid that's struggling. It's a hard thing. You, as a parent, would trade places with them in a heartbeat if you could, but unfortunately, that's not really possible. So you do what you can. But Ronald, final thoughts, brother.
Well, like I said, there's nothing wrong with asking questions. For me, if you ask question, we're here to answer it. We're not gonna charge you, for that. Simple question. Like I said, you should know the basic concept of finance. If you know personal finance, sometimes I feel sorry about or I feel sad when I go to colleges. Even college people don't even know the basic knowledge about finance. So if you have any question about that, or even your business finance, we can talk about that here in our show, or we can talk about in my show. I do daily dose of knowledge, and like I said, don't be shy about asking questions because all of us goes to the toilet.
I love questions, man. I absolutely love them. I tell people, in fact, when I hire them to join my team, I tell them this. This is always the last thing I say when I'm onboarding people. There really is no stupid question except for the one that you don't ask me, because that's usually the one that's going to get you in trouble with me, right? If you're afraid to ask me the question, then I've done a bad job making myself available and open to you. So I have to work on that. But I tell them all, I said, don't feel like it's a silly question or you're bothering me or anything like that, because I would rather make sure you know the right answer. Communication. I've been married for over 20 years. I will tell you the reason I've been married for over 20 years is because we work on communication, and it doesn't come naturally to me. I do have to work on it. But the fact is, when you're communicating with somebody that you're on the same team, especially, that can go a long ways, in whether it's business or relational. So do that on social media, guys. Don't make faulty assumptions. Just ask people. Like, Mike and I, the few times that we've had dust ups between ourselves, and we've had dust ups, is usually because somebody made an assumption about what the other person was thinking, and then
all the time.
Yeah, it happens. So usually, if you're talking and you're clarifying the goal and you're asking the questions, it takes you a long, long way. All right, Mr. O'Connor.
I don't really have much to add, really. Too much. I'm kind of dead myself this weekend, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Go Bengals.
The Bengals. I'm with you on that, brother. If the Bengals win, I will be extremely pleased. I was about to say I'd shave my beard, but I don't want to do that because my wife won't like it. So,
I mean, as long as it's not Cleveland or Detroit, I can get behind the Bengals.
First of all, Cleveland and Detroit are always playing for draft picks. I don't know why, because they never do anything with them. But there it is. Maybe North Carolina can use their draft picks better. And somebody out there is going, North Carolina doesn't have draft picks. Well, I don't know. It is what it is. Okay.
I think Michael checked out a while ago.
I know he wants to say something.
Mike Ashlebrander has a quick rebuttal or retort or something to add to what Ronald was saying, I think, about questions. So go ahead, brother.
This isn't going to be good.
What'd you say, Wolverine, man? Go stab something. No, let's. Hey, I'm not gonna argue with Ronald. He seemed like he's got more sense than me, buddy. Hey, but what you said, Ronald, about not learning. I went to business school, man, and here's what I can relate to that. Here's what I tell people. I said, I learned about money when I graduated business school. You'll never guess. They cashed my tuition check, man. That's as much as I knew after 2 degrees, 8 years. That's all I knew. They never gave it back. It was always on time. I knew sine. Ask me how many times I used cosine in life, right? Algebra. So I appreciate that, man. That is so true. It's sad. So I'm glad you're out there helping people do the same thing.
Thank you, man.
I want to talk about that same thing. I was talking to my daughter. I dropped her off this morning at the airport at 3:30 in the morning. Okay. So dropped her off at the airport, and I was asking her, I'm such a bad dad. I was like, her new semester just started last week. And in full disclosure, she had COVID, so she had to stay home. She had to what do they call that when you quarantine? Okay. So I was asking her, like, what new classes are you taking? And all of them, she had like history and some math and computer, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then she says, Mike, she says, e-commerce. And I go, what? I should have held up a sign, right? Stop the presses. Anyways, I'm like, tell me more about that. What are you learning? Are you learning, how to
I don't want to know.
Set up the API, or learning about the plugins, or what is it? And she's like, Dad, I'm not really sure yet because I don't have my book, because her books are waiting for her in her dorm room in Pensacola. So I'm excited to figure that out. But I said, it's funny, of all the classes that you're taking this semester, that's probably the one you'll end up using the most. E-commerce. I mean, think about it. Almost every website has some e-commerce function on it. So anyways, I'm excited. My daughter, for those of you who don't know, is one of the people that are on my team. She's an intern for me here. And I do pay my interns, by the way. Everybody that works for Bowman Digital Media gets paid. Nobody volunteers.
Nobody works for SBN gets paid.
Well, you will one day. You will one day.
Well, if Ira needs a circus monkey, I'll work for it. I'll intern.
I get a lot of people reaching out to join my team. I just hired 3 new people. I put out a post. It's funny. I intended on interviewing people for a couple weeks and making a pick, but I had some really strong contenders right out of the gate. So I picked 3, and I'm good. So now, for those of you still sending me DMs and sending me resumes and stuff, great. I will hold them, and if I need more people, then I'll reach out to you. But you know, the only thing I'm looking for right now is if you guys know anybody who's really good at graphics and isn't expensive. Because I'll just tell you guys just straight up, I pay my designers $25 an hour. So if somebody comes to me and says, "Well, I make $100 an hour," great, so do I. But I don't pay $100 an hour because I charge $100 an hour. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm paying the designers right now is $25 an hour. So if you know somebody, and it's contract work, so it isn't actually by the hour, it's by the piece, which equates to the hour kind of loosely. But if you can do 2 of them in an hour and make $50, good for you. That's even better for both of us because I need volume. So if you know somebody doing graphic design work, especially specifically someone who does know how to use Illustrator, Photoshop, and that's about it. But anyways, if they can animate, that's even better. And if they know Adobe Premiere, again, even better. But that's the only thing I'm looking for at the moment. All right, I am going to wrap this thing up. My final thought is Mike will probably be back on Friday, brother.
All right. Well, it seems like we'll have a busy week. I hope you have some safe travels. Thanks, everybody, for the entertainment tonight.
Yeah. And if you guys are looking for the great white photos, I'm about to put them up. I've been editing photos. I've been kind of saving the great white ones because I know that's the one everybody's excited about. But in full disclosure, I've just been waiting on their publicist to get me their logo. I have all the photos edited pretty much, but I need their logo if they want them branded, which they do, because even rock and roll bands are looking for more cheese, Mike. That's what I figured out.
Everybody needs the help, man.
Everybody needs cheese. So there you go.
Everybody needs the help.
If you guys don't know what we mean by they need more cheese, follow us next week and we might explain it to you.
Visibility is everything.
Yep. In the meantime, thanks for joining, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Have a night.
All right, see you.
BowmanDigitalMedia.com.